Okay, so I was wondering, are all first-time earthquake experiences as bad as mine? I've never been in an earthquake situation before, but just today, an earthquake hit Virginia, and I'm from Virginia, and it was the scariest thing I ever had done to me. It was a 5.9, 5.8 magnitude. I saw two different numbers. It lasted for like 30 seconds or so, but it seemed like forever. It's kind of like a surreal experience, if that's the right word to use. It was surreal. Surreal. Like a daddy real. The realest of the real. Things were shaking, chairs were moving. I was in class, and my professor was teaching. He was doing his thing. All of a sudden, a little rumble happens. Just a little tiny rumble, just a little teaser. If you're from the West Coast, you know that, okay, there's an earthquake about to happen. Earthquake is creeping up. But I'm like, who was that running upstairs? But we on the last floor of the building, so there was nobody upstairs. So we're like, okay, maybe it stopped. Then all of a sudden we started going like this, and we started shaking. It started getting a little violent. If you've ever been in an earthquake, you know what I'm talking about. The dude in the back of class just gets up and starts running. We running out the building. My professor is right in front of me running. Things was falling over. Couldn't keep my balance. I was pushing the people in front of me. I hit a girl in the mouth. It was every man for himself. Probably not the right thing to do in that situation. I think like you're supposed to like get up under a table or something like that. My first thought was to get out of the building. If the building was to fall down, I wanted to be on the outside of the building. So the first thing that went through my mind was jump out the window. But I was on the third floor, and that would have been a bad situation. So we run down the stairs, and there's an old lady right beside me. And she's right with me though. She was like 60 years old. The fastest old lady I've ever seen. That tells you how scared people were. That the old lady was running just as fast as me down 3 flights of stairs. It was crazy. I guess when you're scared, everybody's in the same amount of shape. But the fact that the old lady beat me down the stairs is something I need to work on. I'm not in the shape that I thought I was. She's the fastest old lady in the world. It has to be. I'm from the East Coast. We're used to hurricanes. Hurricanes happen, we're like, so what? A hurricane. If you're from the West Coast, you know earthquakes. I don't know earthquakes. I know y'all probably like, an earthquake, man, so what? We had those every day. We drink tea while earthquakes go. Just like this. There's nothing to you. Earthquake in Virginia is a big deal. I've never been in an earthquake before. I'm part of an elite group now. I'm an earthquake survivor. So Monday I'll be attending Earthquakes Anonymous. It's a little class that they have for earthquake survivors. Right after the earthquake, I couldn't call anyone. It was an emergency, and I couldn't make not one call. And the first thing I wanted to do, I wanted to call Tiff. Make sure she was okay. If she was with me in the building, I don't know if I would have left her or not. But right after, my dad texted me, and he was 90 miles away. He texted me, "Did you feel that?" So that tells you how serious it was. It was all the way up the East Coast. People in Canada heard it. Well, not heard it, they felt it. But they probably heard it too. The only thing that was working was Twitter. Twitter is pure comedy. People were saying, I hope nobody was getting a haircut. I hope nobody was getting a tattoo while the earthquake was going on. I hope nobody was on the toilet. What did they do? Did they pull their pants up or did they run first? Funniest thing I ever seen. I survived my first earthquake. And it was the scariest thing I ever did. It was fun at the same time. I just lost my earthquake V card. But if you have ever had an earthquake experience, leave a comment below. Tell me your experience. Tell me what it felt like. Tell me all the good stuff. If you still got your earthquake V card, you keep it, because you don't want to get rid of that. Keep your sanctity.
You better keep the channel locked, baby.